Look at this again. This is incredible to watch. You know, when somebody brought this video to our attention, we found it unbelievable. We wanted to take another look at it. This is called Criminals Gone Wild. Yeah, you're watching tape of what is crime in progress. We are told, really reality TV gone wild is maybe what we should call it. It's billed as real video of real crime. It's unbelievable. 25-year-old filmmaker Usala Aleem says that he has sold, get this, 10,000 of these DVDs and made some $300,000. But is it right to shoot real crimes if it's real? And then if it's not real, is that another problem? Because now we're being deceitful. Now we're lying. We're going to try and get to the bottom of this for you. Joining us now here is, first of all, the director himself, Usala Aleem. Usala, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
All right, take us through this. What we're looking at here looks incredible. I mean, that scene we saw just moments ago, it looks like somebody's being what? Taken out of their car? Is it a holdup? What is it?
It was a carjacking.
That is a carjacking. Is it a real carjacking?
It's 100% real.
Well, how were you able to get a camera next to somebody who's committing a crime?
I started out originally trying to do a documentary on criminal psychology, and the longer I hung out with the criminals and were in their proximity, crime started to happen.
And you just started witnessing it, and then you took out a camera and you started shooting it?
Yes.
Isn't your first obligation to stop the crime from happening?
How could I stop it if I'm watching it and I'm in awe and I'm shocked that it's happening? How can I stop it in the process of happening if I'm watching it happen? You know what I mean? I'm taping it.
Well, here's the question I think most people would have as they're watching this, as we look at this video. Did you know that the crime was going to be committed?
No, not at all.
Well, then how did you know to be there when it was taking place?
Like I said, if you're hanging with criminals, you're going to see crime, and that's all there is to it. If I hang out with a plumber, I'm going to see him do some plumbing. Simple as that.
Well, if you hang out with a plumber, you know that he's going to go and do the plumbing work, and you pretty much get to know his schedule. If you hang out with a criminal, you pretty much know that he's going to commit crimes, and you know his schedule. So doesn't that answer the question I just asked you, that you kind of knew that the crime was going to take place?
No, I don't know anyone's schedules. Criminal doesn't have a set schedule. It's not like you got to wake up at 8 and leave at, and leave at 5 in the afternoon. Criminal don't have a set schedule. If you're going to rob somebody at 3 a.m., you might rob somebody at 3 a.m. You're going to rob somebody at 1 p.m., you know what I mean?
You know, I know you've got a creative process that you're trying to do here, but my viewers are sitting at home right now, and they're listening to you say this, and they're having a tough time, Mr. Aleem, buying that you weren't in on this.
I mean, I don't know what to tell them. I mean, they just have to see the DVD for themselves. I know what I seen with my own 2 eyes. And I'm not going to sit here and tell you that it's fake when I know what I seen was real.
Well, I didn't say it was fake. Why'd you say whether it's fake or not?
Because that's what everyone's saying.
I'm not saying it's fake. I'm saying there's a problem. If it's real, and you're saying it's real, there's a serious problem with you going along for the ride while someone's committing a crime and hurting other people. I mean, what is this? Is this the victim of a shooting?
Yes. Well, if I was standing on a corner and a car accident occurred and I just happened to be taping the car accident, was I the reason for the car accident?
Not if there's a predictable pattern of you always being there every time there's a crime. Then you got to start to ask questions, right?
We're dealing with different people, and there's no particular pattern that's going on.
You know, a lot of questions on this thing, true crime stories or not. Once more, the question comes down to this, or at least part of it is this. Are we looking at real-life criminals or actors who are acting as criminals gone wild? And if they are real-life criminals, then are we involved in perhaps perpetrating the crime itself? We're going to get into all of these issues. Still, with me is filmmaker Usala Aleem. He's good enough to be with us and take some of the heat on this. Also joining us is Alex O'Donoghue. He's a senior at Medgar Evers College in New York. He appears in Criminals Gone Wild, and he brought his professor with us, Winston Mitchell, who says his students are just actors and they're not criminals. All right, everybody's on board, everybody's ready to go. I want to start with you, since you're making the charge. You're saying everything that Mr. Aleem just told me is not true?
Well, I didn't really hear exactly what.
All right, let me tell you what he said. He said that these are all crimes and they're happening for real, and he didn't know they were going to take place, but he happened to be there at the right time with the camera, and he was able to take all those pictures. People were really shot, people were really robbed. I want to know from you, is that true?
On behalf on what you seen me doing and the people that participated with me, everybody was family and friends. So, you know, all that was staged. Whatever else he did, I mean, I don't know, but I know.
All right, hold on a minute. We've got some video I want to show. Will, if you've got the video, the one that has Alex on it, let's go ahead and roll that so we can see that at home.
It hurts. Yeah. But these trying to plan a murder on